2 years ago now, we got one of the craziest football stories I've ever covered. And that's saying a lot because some of y'all know, over the years on this channel, I done covered some wild ass stories. But a lot of these stories, they come and they go within a few days before people start to move on. But Bishop Sycamore was a unique phenomenon that could stick around in infamy for the next 20 years. In 2021, it got tons of YouTube coverage from creators like myself and a whole lot more. Even big celebrities like Kevin Hart and Michael Strahan was dishing out cash for the rights to the story. Roy Johnson, who's the face of Bishop Sycamore, made a ton of false promises to his players and their parents. But as much as dude lied and schemed his way through it, one of his promises did kinda come true. You ever seen one of those stories about making a deal with the devil and the promises that he makes actually come true, but they come true in the most warped and undesirable, most messed up way possible? In my original video on this topic, where I break down the entire situation from top to bottom, I included this one quote from one of the players whose name was Aaron Boyd, and he said that while being recruited, he was told by Roy Johnson that the team would be documented for a Netflix show. And at the end of the day, they are coming to a streaming site, but this ain't Last Chance U, it's more like the Fire Festival. And now we're finally set to get the official documentary later this month on HBO. And last week they dropped a trailer for the highly anticipated documentary about the infamous fake high school. Now, instead of doing a recap to refresh all of your memories on the story, because again, this was 2 years ago, I figured we can just check out this trailer together, and that should do a good job of summing it up, right? It's a trailer. Now, I haven't watched it yet, so this is my first time seeing it. So let's check it out first, and then we unpack.
IMG to kick off to Bishop Sycamore.
Do you want my hands like this, like that?
Just be natural, you don't have to try.
Coach Roy Johnson told us they had a number of Division I prospects.
Too high, tip, intercepted. Makes it a pick six. Into the end zone. He'll waltz in, and that will do it.
Do I look like a con artist?
How this happens got a lot of people scratching their head. Bishop Sycamore is not even a real high school.
They did not have teachers.
We really was pretty much on our own.
We didn't have any trainers. People were sharing helmets.
It was disgusting. I was literally sick to my stomach.
I can't believe this happened again.
My philosophy in business is do what the people who have the money do, even if you don't have the money.
Roy will tell you he's a liar.
He knew what to say, how to say it.
He's like, oh man, you gotta let that go. I said, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna let go of his neck after I grab it.
I think I'm the most honest liar that I know.
How can you coach kids and you know it's not a school?
Roy would tell people, you're gonna be playing in Alabama.
He was just selling me a dream.
Ohio was embarrassed by this. They called the thing explicitly a scam, and then said they couldn't do a damn thing about it.
Bishop Sycamore does not happen if there wasn't an abundance of money in high school sports.
Let's go!
Did I break a law? Is it illegal? Am I in jail? We're on ESPN. Win, lose, or draw, we win.
This is not what we were supposed to create.
How do I tell my mama that coach wants me to do the same stuff that you try to get me away from?
You say you care about it, but did you really?
Can we take a break? That's some bullshit.
So right out the gate, they do a really good job of making you distrust Roy Johnson. He's cycling through power poses, which ends up looking like a cartoonish attempt to look trustworthy, which is funny because it actually achieves the exact opposite. A more authentic approach would make him seem more believable. But right at the gate, they telling you, this dude's playing a character. Trust this man at your own risk. Now the next time they show him, he's asking a question that only a con artist would ask.
Do I look like a con artist?
After being on camera for like a total of 5 seconds, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. I'm not saying that you are, but you do look like one. I don't know if that was your goal, but yes, that's how you coming across. And if I'm the director who wants to be taken seriously for my film that I'm working my ass off on, when the main person telling my story is somebody like Roy Johnson, from a tone standpoint, I only have one choice. The only option they have to make this whole thing work is to establish him as an unreliable narrator. That's a technique used in movies like Fight Club and Joker, where you never can fully trust the person that's telling you the story. And I'm gonna say this as honestly as I can. Roy Johnson has the vibe of a dude that's full of shit. Now the best line of the trailer is when Roy Johnson actually fixes his mouth to say,
I think I'm the most honest liar that I know.
as a dude who writes, bro, I appreciate that sentence. It's a cool contradiction. It's beautiful bullshit. It's so contradictory that it doesn't mean nothing. A perfect paradox, an optimal oxymoron. It's like a minute into the trailer, they decide to hit you with what feels like Roy Johnson's mission statement. And the title of the doc, while not completely original, it's perfect because dude's 100% committed to the BS. The part with Bo Money Jones is where they drive the point home that everybody for years knew this was a scam. But the fact that they couldn't do anything about it suggests that if nothing else, Roy's a talented scam artist. Nobody likes to deal with these people in real life, but everybody likes to watch these people on TV.
Did I break a law? Is it illegal? Am I in jail?
It's like watching a dude drive the wrong way down the highway. You know it's gonna end bad, but you're impressed that it even lasted this long. Now the parts with him getting mad and walking off the camera is actually a pretty positive sign for the doc. It suggests at least that the directors are asking tough questions to the point where Roy becomes uncomfortable. That actually sounds kind of mean, but you can't let a person like Roy just charm and bullshit his way through the whole interview. And that's what BS artists do. They want to control the interaction, control the narrative, and guide you to a specific conclusion. But the BS is really their whole defense mechanism. So when that don't work, it's time to make a scene. I think the trailer's pretty damn good and it should get people excited. It does a great job of establishing the plot and it shows Roy Johnson as a dynamic main character ready to take you on an adventure of lies. It's super fast paced and the one-liners are money. Just from a content standpoint, Roy Johnson's giving you gold. The doc was produced by Smack Entertainment, a company co-founded by Michael Strahan. It was directed by Martin Desmond Rowe and Trevon Free, two award-winning directors. So the overall project should be fire. Now I'm not gonna lie, when I watch the official doc, I expect to learn more details than what I already know. The trailer's pretty surface level, and again, it's a trailer and that's how trailers are, like kinda by design. But I would not have minded a couple little hints suggesting that the rabbit hole goes deeper than we know. And because I covered this and I went pretty deep, my expectations for new info is gonna be up there. That's just me. And if the documentary's good, then it should make one of the craziest football stories that we've ever heard. A little bit crazier, a little bit bigger, and a little bit better, but I guess we'll have to see. Are y'all gonna check out this documentary when it comes out later this month? Let me know in the comment section. Other than that, bros, I'm out.